that's exciting about what you're talking about, and I see larger firms struggle with this also, is breaking down silos, right? It's my client, it's my book of business. I don't want anybody else touching it. I'm not going to bring other people into it. By taking this type of approach and being more relationship or client oriented, that changes the culture of the firm.
Yeah, and luckily we've done a pretty good job of that. We historically haven't measured things really based on book of business, and so there is a little bit more collaboration, I would say, especially even at the partner level, and at the manager level, to really work together and make sure that we're, if I'm not the best person suited to handle that client, I can hand it off to somebody else who would be better suited, and just making sure that, again, we're giving our clients the best service that they can have.
Yeah, exciting to see how that continues to evolve and grow. I got to know you guys about 5 years ago now, I want to say, when we did some strategic growth work with you. And one of the unique things that we learned about Sassetti is the ownership is very there's a lot of women involved in the ownership side, to the point where you guys will be majority owned by females. I'd love to hear a little bit about why that's important to you, why that's important to the firm, and kind of how that came to be.
Yeah. So I would say it was not planned, but also
Right.
not by accident, right? I think that it evolved this way because we have always maintained a good culture and a place that allows people to have that balance. I know we talk about that a lot in the industry, but I feel like it really is a testament to Sassetti that we've, ever since I've been a part of the firm, it's really been that way. And I saw even the male partners that were, there when I started, coaching softball teams and leaving early to go do this and that for their children. And, so I did think that there was a reflection of that. And I think as we've continued to grow, we've been able to maintain a level of, that family first attitude and making sure that people are able to kind of have it all. And I guess that's always been my dream, is to have it all, right?
Yeah.
As you mentioned, 4 kids, married, managing partner. And I think that it's, once you build that up and people see you do that within the firm, it does attract and help retain other people and other women specifically, that see that that's an option. So yeah, we're majority women owned as of the beginning of 2024. And we have 2 other partners retiring in the next year. So we'll be almost solely women owned, actually, in the next few years. But obviously some of the, folks that will continue to promote into partner going forward will be men as well. We're not we're not exclusive to women,
Sure.
right? It's just that we, have seen an opportunity for women to be promoted in this space, and continue to make sure that there's opportunities for women to feel like they can have the profession and have the career at Sassetti, as well as have the family life.
Well, that's, I mean, I think a very compelling story, a differentiator when it comes to the type of firms you can look at joining, and, knowing that there's a lot of also, women-owned businesses that look like, for partners
Yeah.
like yourselves. And I'm not sure if that's been part of the conversation or growth strategy, but there's no question about it. There's an ability to generate that relationship as such. So, um, real powerful
Yeah,
balance
that's
there.
definitely another area that we're focused on, as well as seeing, if there's opportunities for us to get engaged. I mean, we don't do governmental work, so I'm not sure it's going to help us from,
Right.
really from that perspective. I think it's more of a mentality and just
Oh,
people
yeah.
knowing that the type of firm that we are, that promotes, all types of individuals to be at the top.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. So I know Managing Partner Boot Camp, you're an alumni. Were you in the COVID cohort?
I was not. I came in
Okay.
right after that one. Yeah.
You
So
missed the
all of
18-month
our
program.
Yeah, exactly. All of ours were in person. But I think that group was, paired with us, but they were ending and we were
Right.
beginning. Yeah.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
got the experience all of their excitement at the same time. So
Yeah.
knowing when you took that, I think you were just becoming co-managing partner. That was probably 3-4 years ago now. And just how did that experience help you in the role that you're facing today? I don't know if there's anything you want to kind of talk about. I know Gary has so many different perspectives on the ability to execute. Commented on your office 3 years later, you got a brand new one. So love to hear a little bit about your kind of experience with MPB and how that's helped you as a managing partner.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in general, I'd say it was a great experience. I think the 2 things that come out of it, right, are you get to learn from some of the best. So obviously Gary, yourself, and other people that were the presenters and speakers, and really, sharing kind of the dirty laundry, right? Like the not easy stuff that you have to deal with as managing partner, things to, be prepared for. So I found that really, really helpful. And just kind of having a plan, making sure we're communicating and, just continuing to push, right? And that's where I think you have to continue to push and push for change and make sure that, everybody on the team is kind of rowing in the same direction. And so I think that was really helpful. And then the peer group that you develop through that is great as well. I mean, there's several people that I went through managing partner boot camp with that I still stay connected with on a regular basis. I mean, obviously you have the alumni events, which is great, but I'll do virtual coffees with them. There's quite a few where I have no problem reaching out with questions or, hey, I'm seeing this, or we're having this issue. Are you having that issue as well? And just having someone to bounce questions off of that is in the same position as you is extremely beneficial. And I grew up as an athlete, so I look at everything as kind of a team sport. And I think that having a team around you, whether they're Sassetti specific or with other firms or through Winding River, anybody that you can get around you to help support you and just surrounding yourself with really talented, smart people is what's made me successful and will continue to help me down my path.